I think the first question that I have to ask in this podcast is where we left off in the last podcast, and you said you had a chill tournament. Did you or did you not win?
I did win, actually, yeah.
Let's go,
Okay,
baby.
there we go.
Wait,
There
did we
we go.
start?
Yeah, we're always going.
Oh, alright. I didn't even realize. Okay, yes, I did win. Nice.
There we go. There we go. Nate, big story. What'd you do today?
Yeah, I got some big news too for the pod. So last time we talked about snowboarding and Chicopee and stuff. So actually, I went out today, one on my laptop, and I bought a new snowboard.
Let's go.
So pretty happy.
Hey, let's go. That's big.
Which one did you buy,
I'm selling
Nate?
Okay, so here's the thing. So I ordered one off of Sport Check. It was like a Burton board. It was like originally $400 for like $300, so I was like super hyped for a Burton too.
Yeah.
And then I got the confirmation saying that it didn't have it in stock, so
They confirmed that it
declined my order.
canceled.
Oh,
So I was so pissed. And so I went out and I bought. Here, let me find the picture of it. It's so sick.
Gary the
That's
Bear.
the-
Oh, black and white. That looks so
I like
clean.
that a lot.
I mean, it's
Looks
like
so clean.
it's $600, but I mean, you only buy a board once, right? So
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Until you buy
Money
the
comes
second
back,
one.
bro.
EJ, what's
That's not happening to me. I grew out of mine, though, but I'm done growing, so I'll probably have this one for a long time.
yeah, for sure. All I'm saying is Chicopee vlog soon. All four of us.
Sorry.
Oh yeah,
All right. We got to TJ.
I know.
Sorry.
We gotta
I was
you.
I was saying,
Yeah.
EJ, what's up? What's going on?
Nothing much, but I haven't slept in like 19 hours, bro.
You've been grinding, eh?
I've been grinding.
Is that the
Deliveries
original
today.
shirt?
Yeah, very first one.
Wow, repping up the OG. Okay, so, I have another game for us to play because I think the other one
Let's
did
do
pretty
it.
well. Okay, here we go. Guess who? TikTok edition. Same
Let's
thing. Nate clean swept the last one. This is gonna go like point system, so whoever guesses it first gets the point. Okay. All right.
All right. What does the winner get, though?
Gets
Bragging
bragging rights on this episode that you won the.
All right.
I didn't think that through. Okay, here we go.
All right. Edison Ray.
That's correct.
Oh, EJ.
I don't know why
snuck-
I froze.
Yo, the winner should get like free Dave's chicken.
Okay, yeah, all right. We're gonna talk about
All of
Dave's
us
chicken.
pitch in.
Zero
All of us
points.
pitch in.
We're gonna
for that
talk
guy's
about
meal.
Dave's chicken every single podcast until we get it.
Yeah. it's gonna happen.
Until we get it, yeah.
So yeah, that was Addison Ray. Good job, EJ.
Zach King.
Oh,
I'm sweeping you guys. No, this is my,
I knew this one, too. I literally saw his face.
All right, EJ, two
we
for
grew
two.
up with this guy.
Yeah, this
man.
guy's
that guy's
legendary.
talented.
He's
That was
so
OG
cool.
Vine.
Yeah, he's a beast. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
The gamer. girl.
Teleport.
Yeah, there we go.
Teleport.
She has some crazy tattoos.
Is this the girl who like sold bathwater?
No. This
No,
is
that's
the
the
girl.
girl that goes like M to the B, N to the B.
Oh,
Yeah, and then like
Just
face
lock
zoom
their
and
head.
stuff. Thomas, how does it feel to have your first full point?
Good, man. It feels great.
Last podcast was
Fine.
05.
0.5. Bella Porch, good job.
Jason
Derulo.
Jason
Derulo.
Derulo.
Okay,
I got the full name.
yeah, okay. EJ started with like the J, and then they went.
Jason Derulo.
All right, so
Nah.
I'm gonna give that one to
Give
Nate.
to Nate.
So we have
All right,
two,
so are we
1,
1-1-1 or Nate has two?
Two.
I think
One,
we're all
one.
done.
EJ has 2 points, and then you both have 1.
All right.
Jason Derulo. This is
Oh,
hard.
bro.
Well, I watched
I know this guy's literally on my For You page today.
I know. That's what I was
Oh.
like.
I didn't know his name, but he does a lot of chugging videos.
Yeah,
his profile picture's the guy from Stranger Things, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can
don't
anyone?
know
Do you
if
guys
that's-
even the first letter of his name? Whoever guesses that right?
Jay.
No,
E.
no. Yeah, Nate.
He looks like a Jason, bro.
Jacob Kalash.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
I said Jay, dog.
Oh, you did. Oh, I was thinking N for some reason. My bad.
It's okay. Nate got the full name, so.
Okay, let's
I don't
go.
know.
Let's go 0.5
I kind of
for
cheated
each.
though.
So,
I cheated. I went on my phone.
oh yeah, EJ's 2.5.
He
Nate's.
just casually pulls up the TikTok.
Yeah.
Like underneath. Like.
Yeah, it was funny.
Jeez. All right. Good job.
How do you say that last name? Oh, I
Oh.
know this guy, bro.
Guy's
I
Joe.
love this guy so much. I just don't know his name.
Who?
Uh,
Wait, what did you
Nah.
say?
I said
Why does
Naz-
that guy kind of look like FaZe Nikon?
I know that's what I was thinking. I think you got closest, Nate.
is it Naziz?
Yeah, so that's another point. No, I don't even know. Nami Narzi.
Oh.
So I'll give you a 0.5. So you're 2 points. Thomas's or EJ's 2, and then Thomas's 1. All right. I think this is the last one. This.
Give me Beetlejuice. Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Aaliyah.
Hey.
That
That
psyched
was
me out.
quick. That was quick. Leah
That's funny.
Tedesco.
She's
She-
going crazy on.
Yeah,
she's
she's
like gonna reach
huge
1K,
on-
right?
She has 135,000 followers. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So EJ, congrats. Free Dave's chicken.
Let's go.
Your Dave's
baby.
chicken, I want me.
Give me like extra spice.
Yeah. There
Yeah,
we
I'm
go.
buying you the spiciest one.
All right. Well, that one way better
way
than.
easier.
So I think maybe I'll just do another TikTok one, but just like different TikTokers, because everyone got at least 1 point.
Yeah. Do you like YouTubers?
That's all I was
I-
going for.
I feel like I saw this video where like people know TikTokers better than like actors, and I kind of just proved that right. a
Oh
bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean the actors we put up last time, they weren't like the big actors, right?
No, because that's
Yeah.
why my idea was, okay, I'm going to make this really hard thinking that you guys know. I mean, you
I
guys
don't
as
watch
in
movies.
Thomas.
I told you this. I don't watch any movies.
Yeah. Oh, we know that now.
Yeah.
So you probably saw the, title of this video. We're going to be talking about some stocks today. So,
Stonks.
I'm pretty
Alright,
hyped
come
for
on.
this. Yeah, you can get the guy on. I'll let you intro him. I think before I let him in, I can just say, like, I'm pretty familiar with stocks. I know Nate's dabbled in. I've been dabbling in. Nothing
knew
Like
you
huge
and Dad
for
though.
about a year.
Yeah.
I do with my dad a lot. I'm pretty interested in it, but I feel like it's been such a craze ever since like every
GME.
kid is like so fascinated with it now. But it is like really interesting. Like there's so much to learn about it, which is pretty cool. I'm excited to get down.
Yeah, I wanna
Yeah.
talk to this guy too, cause like this, I'm pretty sure like we could say, and I think whoever we're having on would agree that the new like stock boom was because of GameStop. Like that was
Oh, yeah.
huge. So, yeah.
It's going up again. You saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wave 2.
Right.
Actually, I have like the widgets on my phone. Like iPhone, you can put that like.
Oh,
they
you
have
have the
that.
stock widget. That's kind of smart.
All right, I'm gonna
so,
let
like,
him in.
You guys think it's confidential to say what stocks you guys have invested in or what?
My dad has a lot. Like,
yeah,
he's-
probably pretty diverse portfolio.
I put a big portion into Air Canada because that's for sure.
I want to give a warm, charged up welcome to my good friend Will Betik here.
Yeah,
You see my good friend. He's my track teammate. He is a stock genius, and he's just an overall great guy. So we're excited to have him on here today.
That's
Yeah,
I
I'm
have-
happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
I have one quick question before we're rolling, but I was curious about this. How long have you been doing stocks for?
So I've been doing it kind of with like actually putting time in it for about 2.5, 3 months now. When I was younger, I used to do like these like sort of stock games and stuff like that, where you
Mhm.
sort of learn about it, but just without really real money or anything like that.
Like paper stocks?
Yeah, like 2 to 3 months. Yeah, probably.
Oh, so
That's
are you a product of the GameStop boom then, or is that where you really got interested?
So this is a good question. So I remember seeing sort of the first couple days of it, and like I saw how quickly it was going up. I can't miss out on it. So I got in, I think around 150, and just right after one day, I was like, yeah, I'm out. Like I started to see that kind of the whole basis of the situation, and I was like, I'm not sure how well this is gonna hold. So I kind of got in, took my profits, and got out. But I was really intrigued by sort of the whole thing of it because we've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, it was nuts.
A once in a lifetime opportunity right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I have another kind of like rundown. Is I'm sure for the main audience of this segment and this kind of the show, I'm sure aren't really familiar with stocks. So would you be able to give like a basic rundown for someone who really doesn't know the general premise of it?
Yeah, sure. So basically, um, there's a bunch of companies out there. Everybody knows that, right? There's tons of corporations around the world. And a lot of the really big ones, they're owned by obviously like there's the CEO, there's all the main ownerships, but a lot of them are what is called public. So that means that small parts of the company anybody can own. So what these companies do is they have these things called shares, and they'll have millions and millions of shares that anybody like you or I could own. And this basically makes you a tiny bit of a part of that company. Now, you don't really have any like say, it doesn't really give you any sort of power, but essentially you own these shares that like you buy for a set price. And if the value of the shares, so the value of the company is to go up over time, then the value of your shares are going to go up because the company value is going up, and sort of vice versa too. If the company value goes down, just as like sort of the CEO or any big owner of that company, as their value would go down, the value of your shares go down too. So kind of the art of trading stocks is to try to find stocks that you expect the value of the company to go up, and so you want to get in, you want to buy those shares on the market, with the expectation of them going up, and sell when you think they're not going to go up anymore.
That was a
Yeah.
ridiculously good answer. Wow.
I told you he's smart.
Really good.
Jeez. Holy, I was even like, I know what I'm like that stuff, and I'm still like, oh my
And
gosh.
just
I told you, bro. He's a smart guy. Brought him on you for a reason.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Do you know? Actually, we'll stay on this topic here. So, um, the volatility of stocks and everything like that has been really nuts lately. I know even anyone who knows anything about what's going on in the world right now knows that recently there's been a huge boom. And a lot of people, I know a ton of people who had no interest at all, like in stocks, and they're all like huge stock people now. Can you elaborate on kind of like what happened? And probably a lot of people are confused and want to know what happened with that GameStop thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think like if you take a look like 5 years ago, like stock trading was kind of a thing that only like boring people did. Like it's always been a way to make money, but I think it was just something that mostly banks and people who had done it for a long time stuck to. It wasn't really something. It's kind of like if you were in, you were in, and if you weren't, you weren't. Um, but now, especially like I think we all know the current situation in the world. Like we got COVID-19 going on and everything. Everybody's sort of always been looking for new things to do. And over time, these people who have been into this sort of thing for a long time start sharing their experiences and saying, hey, like there's so much potential to make money here. And you can do it all by sitting on your couch at home, right?
Yeah.
And so I think the GameStop thing was kind of a product of that, of people seeing like, hey, there's an opportunity here, and you don't need to have a degree from Harvard. You don't need to have spent half your life doing this to get in on it. People saw that this stock started surging, and it was because of how many people were buying it, because the more people that want to buy the shares, the more expensive they're going to go up over time. Because similar to how like a clothing company, for example, if they've got a really high demand, they can up their price, and what that's going to allow them to do is make more money every time they make a sale.
EJ.
So anybody who saw this movement coming, was basically, you could download any one of these apps that allows you to trade stocks and say, hey, I'm just going to buy what the internet's telling me to do. And I think what that's really set up is just now you've got this whole sort of level of people who were never into this stuff before, who are kind of running it now. Like similar to people like me who just like, you can be young, you can be anybody really. And if you use the resources that are available to you, you can make a lot of money doing this. So I think people just sort of saw an opportunity, and everybody's jumping on it now.
Yeah, that's what I find so interesting about it, is like anyone can do it, and like it's kind of crazy to see like it messed up the system, because like you think
Yeah.
you could do that with any kind of company, right? Any kind of corporation, to say, hey, like let's all buy on this, let it skyrocket, and we make all this money.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll elaborate on that too. And the interesting with the GameStop, and there's like a unique story of why it's such a monumental moment, is
Yeah,
because basically, for anyone who doesn't know, there's like Reddit, which is kind of like a communication app, and all these like big investors they saw GameStop and a bunch of other little, or not little, they're pretty big companies, but they're saying, okay, these companies are gonna go bankrupt. And so all these people on Reddit, they made a big group and it went like viral, saying let's counterdict what these people are saying, and let's, instead of them being in charge of everything, let's let the people be in charge. So basically all these people on Reddit teamed up for like one day. Everyone was gonna buy this stock, and that's when the GameStop stock boomed, and it was huge because people were like, holy shit, that just happened, and that's never happened in, I mean, I'm not 100% sure on that, but nothing that big has happened like in ever.
Yeah.
So,
Like something like that was sort of unprecedented. And I think that the part about that made everyone want to get so involved, as you were saying, like how there were all these big banks and stuff saying how it was going to go bankrupt, is that these banks own something called a short position. And that's basically like betting against the stock. So you're sort of hoping that the stock is going to go down. And if it does, you make money. So all these people on Reddit and stuff were saying like, hey, this is an opportunity to sort of screw over all these people who have had such a hold on this whole industry the whole time, right? And I think that's what made kind of everybody get in on it, because whether you cared about the money or not, this was kind of an opportunity to sort of like screw over the people who had kind of dominated this thing for the longest time.
And they're like millionaires, right? Like they're like super rich people. So I'm sure they were pissed at that, but
yeah,
that's crazy though. And I'm like, do you get like all the nitty gritty stuff? Like I know people can like read charts and like read all the like analytics, the trends and all that. Like, did you ever kind of get into that with like penny stocks, or like any different kind of ones?
Yeah, that's sort of my main sort of like way of finding stuff I want to buy. So a lot of the time I'll look on like Twitter or Reddit or even YouTube and just try to find what people are talking about. Because generally, if you have a big group of people who are interested in a stock, there's a chance it's going to go up. So then once I sort of get these lists of stocks that I think like for some reason people are talking about, I'll then go and research and try to figure out why it's being talked about. And if I decide that like, hey, like there's a big announcement coming out or some reason why the company value might go up, that's when I go into like there's a software I have on my computer that just allows me to like read all these graphs and add all these different like functions to it. And I think especially when you're mentioning like penny stocks, that's where sort of a lot of my success has been. It's because those that you can really identify these trends happening before the big boom comes. And with these stocks that are super volatile and don't have a lot of money in them, if enough people go in and put money in them and identify that trend, that's where the giant gains are. So yeah, I think using sort of those graphs and charts and stuff is like the best way to really predict when there's an opportunity to make money. And that's been one of my go-tos.
Yeah, definitely like low risk.
yeah.
I think like most of the viewers on here probably would have seen the movie like Wolf of Wall Street, and obviously that's kind of like a joke on stocks and all that. But I was talking to Will the other day, and he told me to watch the movie like The Big Short about the housing crisis in 2008. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah. I actually just watched that.
Yeah, it's very good. And like similar to what Will's saying, like they found that out by simply like looking before everyone else did and betting against what the bank wanted, which is for those stocks to continue.
Yeah, exactly. It was sort of like it wasn't even that they had found something that nobody else could have found.
Yeah, exactly.
It was pretty obvious what was going to happen with the housing market then, but it was as simple as just sort of looking into the numbers and saying, hey, like there's something wrong here.
Yeah, and there's a lot more to do with that too. Like there's mortgage banks and all these, like a lot of things were getting messed up and not taken care of. So yeah, that's a whole issue in itself.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on cryptocurrency? Because I know paper stocks, like cryptocurrency. I know Dogecoin has been a big talk, but yeah, what are your ideas on that?
I honestly think that's sort of the future of where all this is going. I mean, when you say cryptocurrency, like I think everybody like Bitcoin pops into their head right away because
Yeah.
that's the main one, right? Um, and I think a lot of people now when they like are talking about cryptocurrency and they talk about investing it, they're thinking of like actually buying these like coins and hoping they're going up in value.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly think that come 10, 15 years down the line, like cryptocurrency is going to be a really big way of just moving money. It's going to replace sort of, like all like cash transactions. Even it might start taking the place of just credit because it's so easy and it's so secure that not only are people just going to be looking at cryptocurrency as the way of like you're going to buy Bitcoin, you're going to buy Dogecoin or something like that. I think it's going to turn into an actual way of moving money. So people might start buying, like you might buy Amazon stock with Bitcoin, you might buy it with some other one.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think like it's such a good, like short term, it can be pretty hard to make money off of those because they're so volatile. But I think it's just looking 5 or 10 years down the line, that's going to be an industry that's going to be
Yeah.
way up.
And
sure.
like shout out to Impulsive. If you're like interested in more cryptocurrency, there's an Impulsive episode, which is another podcast by Logan Paul where he interviews like a I don't know. Do you know his name, Nate? I forget his name.
I forget. It's like he talks about like blockchain and like a lot
Yeah,
of he
it's
gets
like
really deep into.
yeah. So obviously we're not educated enough on that to like really get into the details. So if you want to learn more, check out that podcast. But yeah, this is pretty cool. What do you guys?
Yeah, I was just gonna hop in. I think Bitcoin and all that, like it's definitely like so expensive, but I think long term, I've heard that a lot of like tech companies and environmental companies, like that's definitely a smart investment, like for decades on, right? Like a lot of the oil and gas companies, like you want to really invest into like the electrical cars. Like I know that's a huge boom right now for
Mhm.
stocks and stuff and
Tesla,
going into
yeah.
the future. So it'll definitely be interesting.
Yeah, that's a good
And
point. Like everything's going environmental now, so like keep an eye out on that.
Yeah.
EJ,
Yeah, I think
It's obviously harder for you or I to like buy Bitcoin because it's like pretty expensive in value.
50,000, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's obviously like, but like if you have money, that's definitely something you should look in to invest in because it's just like you guys said, in the long term, it's just such a
Yeah.
smart idea.
yeah, and like when it comes to stocks too, like sure we saw that big boom and like everyone was making money right away with like GameStop, but stocks is really a long-term game. Like you're really investing, but like it's gonna count like in 5 years down the line.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
Be
anything besides like penny stocks, like cuz there's like the penny stocks and then you have your like blue chip. So anything blue chip you're going to want to hold on to for a long time.
Yeah, and that's sort of the deal too. Like if you think about like RRSPs and like ways of saving for retirement, like
Yeah.
those are all if you break it all the way down, like that comes down to stocks. It's these funds that hold like thousands and thousands of stocks. That yeah, you're just expecting like over a long period of time to slowly uh like grow. And I think that's sort of the most important part when you're learning about this is that it's not always just about like finding that one that's going to go up a ton in one day. It's about sort of like that long-term safe investing that's going to get you money over time.
Mhm.
For
Can I
sure.
cut in real quick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Will, how old are you? Are you 16?
I'm 16, yeah.
16?
You're only
It's so
16?
Yeah.
Jeez.
it's so crazy to me how much young people are getting into these like stocks and stuff because like
Yeah.
once you start young, like you start building on that later and later on, and like it just starts to build passive income for us in the future.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Thomas, do you want to add anything?
No, I think we're good. I just want to say thanks, Will, because I definitely learned more, even just
Yeah.
in this short talk here. But yeah, your knowledge was definitely appreciated, and
Really
I think the
informational.
viewers can say the same as well.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
we'll see how this one goes because like this, I think this one we kind of got into more basics because I think that's our audience level. If anyone
Yeah.
knows a lot, I don't mean to offend anyone, but yeah, just for the majority. But if like the fans want more of you, then we'll definitely get back.
Yeah, I'd be super excited to come back on. That'd be awesome.
Well, thank
I have a small feeling that they might.
Yeah, no, that was
You
that
got
was
Will on, Evan on.
you explained that really well. So yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
I
also
appreciate
just
you
want to
having
say
me.
before Will goes, I want to give him a chance to plug his Discord.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, I started like a Discord, which is basically, if you don't know, is like a social media, I guess you want to call it, some sort of forum. But it's basically just a community. I think we've got about 160 people right now, just talking about stocks, and people give their advice on like what they want to buy, what they're worried about. Every Monday, I give my picks for the week, which I spend like the whole weekend researching on. So hopefully they turn out. Usually they do. But we've got some really smart people on there, and you don't have to know much about it if you want to just join and kind of listen in on what everybody's saying. That's great too. We're just sort of trying to grow as much as we can and get as many people involved. So I can give you a link if you want.
Yeah,
and
we'll
then
put that link in the description.
yeah, it sounds good.
All
That's
right.
awesome.
Awesome.
Really cool.
Thank you so
Be sure to
much.
join that.
I'm sure we'll see
Yeah,
you
thanks
soon.
for having me here, guys. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, it was awesome talking to you.
Thanks, Will.
Thank you,
Alrighty,
Will.
have a good one.
You too. See ya. That was
What a lad,
good.
eh?
That was good.
really good. That was
Yeah.
really good.
That's awesome.
Wait, he said he was like only 3 months in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he started in January. I was just talking
That's
to
so
him
crazy.
about it in the new year, and he was just like, "I really want to get into stocks." I was like, "Oh, you should try it." And like weeks later, he's just texting me like, "Thomas, like I'm so into this right now." He's made a decent amount of money. I'm not gonna say it on here because like that's his information, but he's doing well.
Yeah. EJ,
For
you
sure.
were. I could tell you didn't say much, but you were soaking in the information.
I was just so I was taking.
Yeah, I want to
everything
hear.
in.
I want to hear your idea. What's going on
Honestly,
inside your
everything
brain?
that I was thinking of, everything came out. I was taking points in like how it's long term, how like cryptocurrency is booming,
Mhm.
like all those little points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that
Yeah.
like that impulsive episode is so good because like I thought I knew like the whole premise around it, but like it's crazy. Like it's so in depth.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so
There's so
mind
much
blowing.
going, yeah.
And it's like
Yeah, if you really-
mysterious.
Yeah, if you really think about it, it's so simple to get into stocks. Like the easiest explanation, you buy a part of the company and then you sell a part of that company. I don't know. That's like monkey explanation, you know?
Yeah.
For sure. I think that's cool. Like I like doing those segments. Like that'd be awesome. Like even have them on again. We could get more in depth with it, or like we'll try and find some like interesting people to just
Mhm.
have like a little talk with them.
Yeah, and that's
I think
kind of
that'd
like
be awesome.
what I want to do, and my idea, and I'm sure we're all on board with this too. Is like with this segment of the Charged Up show and our show here, like we want to get some cool people on, like no matter
I think we
what
should
they
get
do.
Lucas on.
Who's Lucas?
Lucas Staines, is that his last name?
Oh, Lucas
Oh,
by
yeah.
Macaroons. Macaroons by
yeah.
Lucas. I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that'd be cool.
So
That
much-
I know. So I guess shout out Lucas again.
That's sick.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty good episode. If you're still sticking
That was
with
really
it,
good.
thank you so much. That was pretty good. We just hit 30 minutes, so I think
Perfect.
yeah, all around this was awesome. The game at the beginning worked out. No one
Really good.
went 0-6.
You could tell the passion in
I'm good
Will's
with
like.
that.
You
Yeah.
could tell the passion in Will's voice too. Like he was so into it.
Yeah, no, Will's like I just want to say before the podcast ends, like Will's just an all around great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Shout
Yeah,
out
it
Will.
seems like it. Yeah, we'll link his Instagram too, so he's getting the full experience.
Sure,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Well, I don't even know. We still haven't figured out a schedule, so we'll release that sometime. I think we're gonna be working on a TikTok, so keep that in
Cool,
mind.
yeah.
And yeah, I think this will be next week's episode, and then we'll have another one coming soon. So thanks for listening, and peace.
Thank you guys.
Peace.